steady ground, stand side. Then Vision Dete, Downtown Rebel, Sonic Wind, Sammy J, Thomas O'Malley, Richard Strauss and Minnie Dahal comes up now to pick it up. Racing down to the final flight, it's Minnie Dahal who's produced a lead at the last. Heads Vision Dete, the pair have it between them inside the last 200 yards, and it's Minnie Dahal and Ruby Walsh getting the better of Vision Dete and Sean Flanagan up to the finish. It's Minnie Dahal who wins comfortably for Ted and Ruby Walsh, with Vision Dete second, back in third Sammy J, then Little Princess with Sonic Wind next. Making steady ground, stand side. Then Vision Dete, Downtown Rebel, Sonic Wind, Sammy J, Thomas O'Malley, Richard Strauss and Minnie Dahal comes up now to pick it up. Racing down to the final flight, it's Minnie Dahal who's produced a lead at the last. Heads Vision Dete, the pair have it between them inside the last 200 yards, and it's Minnie Dahal and Ruby Walsh getting the better of Vision Dete and Sean Flanagan up to the finish. It's Minnie Dahal who wins comfortably for Ted and Ruby Walsh, with Vision Dete second, back in third Sammy J, then Little Princess with Sonic Wind next. Then Peggy's Acre and Speedbird won at the second last in the year together. Delayed Eloquence and Charham's Bracelet, followed by Joy's Gift and Dixie Lee going for the split between horses as they race now to the final flight, and Dixie Lee comes between horses to pick it up at the last. Big jump. And Delayed Eloquence the far side. A couple of lengths to Charm's Bracelet, Joy's Gift and Oscar Moscow, and it's Dixie Lee and Mark Enright taking the measure of Delayed Eloquence as they go to the line, and Dixie Lee wins after a break, beats Delayed Eloquence close for the third and fourth, Joy's Gift and Charm's Bracelet, then Oscar Moscow, Court Artist, Amarillo Rose, Pay and Go. Then Peggy's Acre and Speedbird won at the second last in the year together. Delayed Eloquence and Charham's Bracelet, followed by Joy's Gift and Dixie Lee going for the split between horses as they race now to the final flight, and Dixie Lee comes between horses to pick it up at the last. Big jump. And Delayed Eloquence the far side. A couple of lengths to Charm's Bracelet, Joy's Gift and Oscar Moscow, and it's Dixie Lee and Mark Enright taking the measure of Delayed Eloquence as they go to the line, and Dixie Lee wins after a break, beats Delayed Eloquence close for the third and fourth, Joy's Gift and Charham's Bracelet, then Oscar Moscow, Court Artist, Amarillo Rose, Pay and Go. Coming down to the final flight, and it's Sierra Law who's coming there now for Barry John Foley to join Jesse Cord and Boyton Rath over the last. These three followed by Specific Gravity. On the outside from the rear is Silo Pio. It's Sierra Law in the centre of the track with the advantage from Boyton Rath and Jesse Cord, and as they run towards the finish, it's Sierra Law and Barry John Foley who are 3 lengths too good for Boyton Rath, Jesse Cord, Silo Pio, and then Specific Gravity and Precious Gold. Coming down to the final flight, and it's Sierra Law who's coming there now for Barry John Foley to join Jesse Cord and Boyton Rath over the last. These three followed by Specific Gravity. On the outside from the rear is Silo Pio. It's Sierra Law in the centre of the track with the advantage from Boyton Rath and Jesse Cord, and as they run towards the finish, it's Sierra Law and Barry John Foley who are 3 lengths too good for Boyton Rath, Jesse Cord, Silo Pio, and then Specific Gravity and Precious Gold. Coming down to the second last now, and CREADAN, GRAE and Davy Russell come through to head Thermistic Lees. On the outside is Bosco Dialco, running on between horses is King's War. The quartet have gone away from Mountain Rock, Scotch Beg and No Man Behind. Racing down to the final flight, Bosco Dialco and CREADAN, GRAE. It's the two Greys now ahead of King's War, who's running on towards the far side, but it's Bosco Dialco and Sean Flanagan going on a few lengths in front as they run up to the finish. Bosco Dialco draws away to beat CREADAN, GRAE, King's War, No Man Behind, and next Thermisticles. Coming down to the second last now, and CREADAN, GRAE and Davy Russell come through to head Thermisticles. On the outside is Bosco Dialco, running on between horses is King's War. The quartet have gone away from Mountain Rock, Scotch Beg and No Man Behind. Racing down to the final flight, Bosco Dialco and CREADAN, GRAE. It's the two Greys now ahead of King's War, who's running on towards the far side, but it's Bosco Dialco and Sean Flanagan going on a few lengths in front as they run up to the finish. Bosco Dialco draws away to beat CREADAN, GRAE, King's War, No Man Behind, and next Thermisticles. At the second last, Wakia leads Reshan between the final two in the Kerry Foods hurdle. It's Wakia and Johnny Barry in the lead, racing off the elbow with one to jump from Reshan. As they come down to the final flight, Wakia from Reshan on the near side, who hasn't gone away as they race inside the final furlong. Wakia strongly pressed now by Reshan on the near side as they run up towards the finish. Wakia and Reshan on the near side is going to be tied. It is Reshan on the near side of Wakia. They pull right away from Captain Warheist, and I'm in his whiz. At the second last, Wakia leads Reshan between the final two in the Kerry Foods hurdle. It's Wakia and Johnny Barry in the lead, racing off the elbow with one to jump from Reshan. As they come down to the final flight, Wakia from Reshan on the near side, who hasn't gone away as they race inside the final furlong. Wakia strongly pressed now by Reshan on the near side as they run up towards the finish. Wakia and Reshan on the near side is going to be tied. It is Reshan on the near side of Wakia. They pull right away from Captain Warheist, and I'm in his whiz. Coming now to the second last, Uptake on the outside joins Tyrrell Success. Little between them as they race down to the final flight. 3 lengths to Bronco Bill, and then Face Value, Minaltus, Serector down to the final flight. Uptake Connor Maxwell on the near side of Tyrrell Success. Noel McParlin not out of it is Bronco Bill and Sean Flanagan on the near side. They're in the closing stages now. It's Uptake from Bronco Bill and Tyrrell Success as they run to the finish. It's Uptake for Connor Maxwell. Serector came home well late to grab the second from Bronco Bill, and they're followed in then by Tyrrell Success. Coming now to the second last, Uptake on the outside joins Tyrrell Success. Little between them as they race down to the final flight. 3 lengths to Bronco Bill, and then Face Value, Minaltus, Serector down to the final flight. Uptake Connor Maxwell on the near side of Tyrrell Success. Noel McParlin not out of it is Bronco Bill and Sean Flanagan on the near side. They're in the closing stages now. It's Uptake from Bronco Bill and Tyrrell Success as they run to the finish. It's Uptake for Connor Maxwell. Serector came home well late to grab the second from Bronco Bill, and they're followed in then by Tyrrell Success. With True Self on the outside. These three a couple of lengths in front of Best of Dubai, and then April Serenade as they come to the elbow. True Self on the outside, ridden up to Betsy Boots and Dawn Shadow. Then Best of Dubai towards the outside with April Serenade spread across the track inside the final furlong. True Self on the near side just comes to pick it up from Betsy Boots, and then Best of Dubai and Dawn Shadow, but at the line True Self adds to her win at the Galway Festival, beats Betsy Boots, Best of Dubai, Dawn Shadow. With True Self on the outside, these three a couple of lengths in front of Best of Dubai, and then April Serenade as they come to the elbow. True Self on the outside, ridden up to Betsy Boots and Dawn Shadow. Then Best of Dubai towards the outside with April Serenade spread across the track inside the final furlong. True Self on the near side just comes to pick it up from Betsy Boots, and then Best of Dubai and Dawn Shadow, but at the line True Self adds to her win at the Galway Festival, beats Betsy Boots, Best of Dubai, Dawn Shadow.